Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know it don't work without you guys. So, thank you for you guys being you. Exactly 7 days from right now, we will be on the clock, or we'll have just drafted our first round player, or we'll have traded away our first round draft pick. It's kind of exciting because we don't know who it's going to be. There's been all kinds of speculation. We know the Cowboys usually draft people that they're familiar with, as in the visits. And it appears that we have a lot of defensive players that have been in for visits. Okay, we got cornerbacks, we got edge rushers, outside linebackers, defensive tackles. We got a lot of guys. We've had some receivers, we've had a quarterback and things. But I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going defense first. And I think it's going to be one of those cases of the best player available between cornerback, defensive line, outside linebacker, safety, one of those positions. That they could possibly make it at any of those positions without it being the number one pick. But you're looking for a guy who is a plug-in, day one impact guy. It may not be ideal without Byron Jones, but Byron Jones was good at some things, other things he wasn't. But if you can plug in a guy who's going to be better day one than Byron Jones, then hey, we're in great shape. And if not, between Awuzie and Lewis and Brown and Xavier Woods and HaHa Clinton Dix, that's not the worst secondary that you could have. If you can plug in a defensive tackle that can be a monster day one, that can get you pressure on the quarterback, you go right there. Because again, that's an opportunity to make your whole defensive better. You guys all know how I feel about defensive tackles, and especially the one technique. To me, you can never have enough guys to rush the passer. And the Dallas Cowboys, when it comes to sacks, over the last 5 years have not been higher than 24th in the NFL. Some years we've been below 30 sacks on the season, which is putrid. It's a disgrace to the Dallas Cowboys legacy. When you think about the doomsday defense, and you think about the Hall of Famers that we've had come through the Dallas Cowboys organization, what our defense has done is a disgrace. I mean, honestly, there's no other way to coin it. We used to be feared on defense. It's not that way anymore. So many of you guys are, oh man, we need to get a backup quarterback. Oh, we need a center. We should draft a center in the first round. It's like, listen, there's some positions that aren't primo positions. Now, yes, if you want to get the best center in the draft, you can definitely get him at 17. You can probably trade back like we did for Travis Frederick and still get the best center in football. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't trade back. Unless you have one of the guys on your board that you believe is a lights-out, game-changing player at 17 for your defense, then you move back. You move back, pick up the extra picks. Get one of those guys that's on your board. And maybe you take some other picks and you move up and try and get another impact player. But to me, it's strength in numbers. The funny thing is, it doesn't matter who the Dallas Cowboys pick, because half of you are going to say, damn, screw the Cowboys. What were they thinking? They're idiots. It sucks. It doesn't matter. You know how y'all are. You know how you are. It doesn't matter what the Dallas Cowboys do. Some of you will never, ever be satisfied. And that's okay. I guess you expect excellence. I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But believe it or not, the Cowboys have actually done pretty good in drafting. it hasn't been a problem of getting the players on the field as much as it's been the coaching and the philosophies of the players on the field. Tonight they started showing the Green Bay Packers Dallas Cowboys 2016 playoff game. And I started watching while I was doing my live stream. And shout out to all you great fans out there who were part of the live stream, and all the new channel members. Saturday, I think probably 2 o'clock on Saturday. I got tomorrow. I'm going to hook up the Zoom. I'm going to do a test run with it and see how well it works. But I think Saturday, 2 o'clock, we're going to be doing a conference call with channel members. So be looking out for that, guys. Started watching it, and it was one of those games that everybody's like, "Oh, the Cowboys Packers game, you got to rewatch." It's like it's too painful, because that was one of those games that were opportunities that were there that were just lost. I believe 3 times in that game we got flagged because we didn't get a man off the field. Too many men on the field. We kept trying to switch up defensive linemen, and Aaron frickin' Rodgers, the bad man, kept catching us in it. We had that butt-awful call of 12 men in the huddle on the offense, unsportsmanlike conduct. After we make a big pass play, all of a sudden that play's called back for 12 men in the huddle, and it turned out there wasn't 12 men in the huddle. It was a mistake. I think about Morris Claiborne. God. Morris Claiborne, who had been out for like 6 weeks, gets his first action back cold in the playoff game. He wasn't ready. He makes the boneheadedest penalty. 3rd down and long. Hands to the face. Pass wasn't catchable. 15 yards. 1st down. The 35-yard completion that puts them in field goal range. And that has been the story of the Dallas Cowboys throughout the Jason Garrett era. Opportunities that are there that are lost because of a couple mistakes here and there. It only takes a mistake here and a mistake there to lose a game. The difference between winning and losing is literally this much. All those people that say it's Dak Prescott, it's the whole team, it's the whole organization. You can have 10 guys doing the right thing on a play. It's that one guy that messes up, that loses the play. You are only as strong as your weakest link. And your Dallas Cowboys offense is pretty strong. Truly a lot stronger than your special teams. I ain't even gotten to the special teams yet. Your defense hasn't been that kind of defense like we've had in the past. As much as everybody wants to think about Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach, I don't know that they have as much success without the Doomsday defense and the Doomsday 2 defense. Don't forget, the Dallas Cowboys defense of the 90s was number 1 those Super Bowl years. Our defense is far away from that. And that's why I think you got to go ahead and get the studs for this defense. You got a new defensive coordinator who's got a new philosophy. The offense isn't going to change that much, Mike McCarthy is going to take that and make it kind of the West Coast, add more wrinkles, add different play calling, but that offense isn't going to change a lot. That defense, telling you, there's a troll who's from Puerto Rico who thinks I don't know what I'm talking about. Telling you, that defense is going to the 3-4. And you need the horses to run that race. So, understand, we are hunkering down. More than likely, if we're going to have an NFL season, I don't think it's going to be with fans. Kirk Cousins, he sure stepped in it. He started talking about playing without fans in the stadium will be a breath of fresh air. You know, it'll be great. We won't have all the distraction and all the noise. So that kind of came back at him. It's kind of like, well, what about all of the concession people, the tickets, the money from the stadiums that's going to paying your salary? You know, those 2 years that you just got for $66 million? I'm betting some of that money was coming from gate rate revenue. You know, merchandise bought at the stadium. He kind of rethought that and kind of changed it up. But now that we found out, thanks to Jay Glazer, I think Jay Glazer kind of screwed the pooch on that announcement. But the Rams Center, recovering from COVID-19, and now hearing that Von Miller has tested positive. It said he's in great spirits and all. That we know that it doesn't matter who you are, be you Tom Hanks, the Prime Minister of England, Von Miller, anybody can get it. And I know some of you will say, oh yeah, but you know, they'll recover. Yeah, in due time. But from what I'm hearing, the toll on your body and your system for some people is like getting run over by a truck. So it's best not to get it. So what that means is, don't look for your government to give you the directions on how to keep yourself safe. Understand, the best thing for you is staying away from others, trying not to spread it. It's real. Let's treat it like it's real. Keep your ass at home until this shit's over with. The sooner we all do this, we stop spreading it. And once we stop spreading it, the ones that have it get over it, and then it's not here. But just like the Dallas Cowboys team, you're only as strong as the weakest link. And it only takes one person at the right place at the wrong time to spread it like crazy. So with that being said, I'm tired, boss. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to go to bed. It's time to turn out the lights. This party's over. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Any day now. Any day now. Any day now, Fire.